Oh, damn. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, you can, like, move the house, like the original house, to, like, somewhere else, but I think that's basically, like, the closest you can get to, living somewhere else. Or, well, that is living somewhere else, but, like, I don't think you can ever change, like, the main house you wake up in. Because you can go to sleep in any of the houses you own, but you always wake up in whatever, like, the first house is, like, your main one. There might be a way to change it that I'm just not aware of, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think I've read that somewhere too, but I think it's like in only a couple of specific cases. I don't think it's like for every single person. But it's like, I'm pretty sure you can buy the land above, it's above Blue Sky Ranch and the fishing land that you can start in. And that's, like, if you buy that land, that's where Cybera opens up, and that's where the Orchid opens up. So presumably if you buy them, you can't, like, they don't open up, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I've never attempted to buy them, and so I don't know if you can. Okay. It might be then, like, as you said, you might have to just go to sleep in the second house more frequently. That was a hecking long load time GameCube. I'd like to do some testing on, like, load times and stuff for this game, because apparently GameCube runs faster than Wii for this game. Or, like, I'm sure somebody posted on the Discord like a while ago. I think like somebody reposted, I think Desert did timings of it, and he found out that GameCube loads faster than Wii, or like you sleep faster in the GameCube version. But so my GameCube just has some very bizarre load times occasionally, where it just decides it really needs to think about what it's loading. Yep. I'm always curious as to like how many people actually understand that, like, the quote unquote joke that is my character profile, because yeah, my profile picture that is pretty much like my profile picture for every site I'm on is, I believe his name's Wally, who is the jogger from Wonderful Life. And to me that's funny because I'm a Harvest Moon speedrunner and he is a runner from Harvest Moon. So I always like using that picture because it's humorous, to me at least. But I always wonder how many people get it. Yeah, Desert did the like the sleep frame timing. So I've just like, I don't know if, because No, come on. That was bad, but whatever. But yeah, because Sadie posted it on the Discord like a couple days ago. Like if you scroll up a little bit, and I don't know if that's like all the timing that he's done, but a lot of it is like because all the Japanese stuff is on like USB loaders or SD loaders or stuff like that. So I'd like to see what the timing is on like 100% like actual console. So another actual, a slightly hidden joke on my Twitch channel is so my tier 3 sub emote is the gold wood. Is it gold or gold stone? Gold lumber. That's what it is. It's the gold lumber from Friends of Minortown /DS. And the reason why that's my sub 3 or my tier 3 sub emote is because I just thought it was funny because in the game if you put out the gold lumber on your farm, then every day whilst you have it out, different people will come to you and claim that like you're showing off your wealth, and they'll get really annoyed at you. So I thought it would be funny if the tier 3 emote, which you need to spend $25 on, was something that in the game people get really mad at you for having and showing off, because it's a sign that you're wealthier than everyone else in the village. Oh, okay, so you actually run on Japanese Wii. That's interesting.
Oh.
Because I've been considering getting a Japanese Wii because I don't know what the loading times. Because it kind of makes sense that a Wii would load a game faster than the GameCube because it's better hardware. But yeah, I've heard I've heard a few different things, so we'd have to do timing, or like timing on like actual consoles then. Nice. Well, I hope you get time to play Wonderful Life soon, because it is a good game. She's in a pretty good place today. Right, so I've had pretty garbage luck with Celia and Spring 3 in all my runs today. So this is going to be it. This is going to be the run. And this is actually going really well as well because she's been downstairs twice, which is really good placement. Okay, good. See, this is the run. I'm calling it. This is the run. Let's go. Nice. That's really difficult to marry Nami and get all the cutscenes. Because she's probably the most difficult bachelorette in original Wonderful Life. I don't know about special edition because I don't know how difficult Lumina is. Yes, there is a child raising category. Any percent. So on speedrun.com, the any percent categories are split, or the any percent category is split up into subcategories, which are all split up based on like what job your child gets at the end of the game. Somebody has done a run, I don't remember who it was, but somebody has done a run of what I think excuse me, of what I think is like the default one, which I think is either rancher or farmer, but it's basically like it's the job they get if you just sleep throughout the entire game. Here comes Van. Okay, luckily I don't have to worry about Van skip because I'm much further ahead than he is. Oh, okay. Until you just told me, I didn't know that the seed shop had a second floor to it. Damn. I'm assuming it just kind of functions as like, where, you know, it's just kind of like, oh, this is where Nina and her mother sleep and stuff like that. It's not like an actual room that does anything. Not outside. Oh, she is outside. Cool. She's just blending into the barn. Ah, seriously? Okay, so I wasn't able to get second cutscene here because nobody was inside the house, which is a big shame. Okay, so I'm losing time here again, which I'd still probably lose a bit of time here if I had got the cutscene, but I'd be a lot closer. But I'm only one item away from the next split, so that's fine. Something I find kind of funny about the Beds in Magical Melody is they just kind of like So, all the beds for like all the different villages are like they're all just like the different types of beds that you can buy in the game. And so because of that, so to just like avoid using like different models, all of the beds have like the little nightstand next to them that you would typically like you use for your diary and to rearrange furniture in the game. Okay, I'm probably going to end up having to go for the second cutscene backup, which isn't great, unfortunately, and isn't 100% consistent. Okay, no, it's consistent, but it's not 100% guaranteed, I guess. There's a more accurate way of phrasing that. Okay, so here's what's referred to as third cutscene, but in this run has become the second cutscene. Funny though, an easy way to make sure there's not confusion is to refer to it as like cutscene 1, 2, and 3, but I just always refer to it as like first, second, third, fourth, stuff like that. Kind of muscle memory, I guess, in a way. But yeah, so because I haven't got cutscene 2, nice, which you get by exiting Celia's house when she's not inside, there is a backup for it here. Nice. Is that like the same file for all those years, or is it just like stop starting? Because I used to play this game when I was a kid, but I don't think I have any of the save files from when I was a kid, and I definitely haven't like been consistently playing it. But yeah, so nice van cutscene. So yeah, so there is a chance that nobody will be in Celia's house. And that will be a shame, because that means I can't get second cutscene backup. But because there is, I can. So I should now get second cutscene. Yep. Okay. There's a 9 at the beginning of the day. Okay, so she's now on 12, which means the next time I visit her, she should be on... So she should be on 3 hearts tomorrow, which means if the game is kind to me, I can get second cutscene tomorrow. Second cutscene, no, I can get fourth cutscene tomorrow. Nice. That's That's some real persistence. Okay, so coming up is potentially not, fourth cutscene. Fourth cutscene is a terrible mistake that has ruined Celia speedruns. Semi-joking aside, fourth cutscene is, as you can probably guess, the fourth cutscene that you would typically get in a Celia run, but it's ridiculously difficult to get. So you can only get it once you have her on 3 hearts. The weather outside needs to be clear. It cannot be raining, which is good. You need to be in a certain. You need to be within like a certain time window, which I don't know exactly what the time window is, but I'm pretty sure I'm in it at the moment. So this is 12.75. And then this will be 13.75. But outside of that, there are also just some like mystery requirements. So here we go. Nice, okay. So this is fourth cutscene. As I said, it's an absolute pain in the arse to get, because it's very inconsistent. So you think, oh, first cutscene is a little bit inconsistent because she can just be really weird on Spring 3. Fourth cutscene is very inconsistent and is right at the end of the run. So not getting first cutscene is a bit of a bummer, but it's like, nah, it's an early reset. Not getting this is very scary because it's a reset right at the end of the run. Okay, and a big thing I forgot to mention, the reason why fourth cutscene is great is because it's worth 3 points. Usually cutscenes are worth 4, not worth 4, they're worth 1 point, same as a flower. However, for whatever reason, fourth cutscene is worth 3 points. So I just went from 13.75 points to perfection to 16.75. And you need 18... I had a little brain fart for a second there. You need 18 for her to be on 4 hearts. So this is where it gets scary, because theoretically she should only take, I would only have to give her 2 more items and then I'm done. So a flower and I'll be on 17.75. And then another egg, and I'll be on 18.5. So that should definitely be enough to propose to her. However, in my PB, I thought I had that. I thought I was on 18 points. I thought I was on 4 hearts, and I proposed to her. And then this turned out to not be the case. So yeah, so she didn't end up accepting my proposal, and I had to do 1 extra day. And the funny thing was, I was so far ahead of what was at the time my PB. So my current PB is a 29.09, and during that run, I was so far ahead of what I believe was my old one was. It was either a high 30 or a low 31. I was so far ahead that it was still actually faster to continue the run. I still would have PB'd and still did PB by doing that extra day and just kind of going, oh well. So this is where I get the blue feather. This could potentially be the last day of the run. And it could also potentially not be the last day of the run. So if I do actually finish this run and finish it in the way I would like to, unfortunately the biggest problem, and time lost rather, is going to be the fact that I had to do second cutscene backup, which I don't remember how much time that costs, but it does cost you time. But it's obviously faster than just not getting the cutscene at all. So my PB, if I manage to finish the run when I first gave her the blue feather, I ended up timing it. I think I would have actually got world record by like a few seconds. This isn't going to world record, so the current world record is 27:15, which I'm about to miss now. But if she accepts this, this will still be like a good PB. I think I'm going to be really boring, and because I'm already up here, I'm actually just going to check. I'm going to check the bed, because I'd rather learn by that than the blue feather. Nope, we're ready to go. Okay. So this is going to be about a minute-ish PB. Nice. 28:02. Oh man. I'm so close. I'm so close with this run. I don't know how much time second cutscene backup costs you, but that was I think the only thing that could have gone better in this run. And like Van popped up once, but that's like Van's like maybe a 5-second time loss, I think. That actually could have been sub 28 as well if obviously if I didn't do second cutscene backup and got second cutscene normally, but if so right at the beginning of the run during the intro, the bit when you name your farm, there was like a really long, there was like an exceptionally long load there. Like my GameCube just had like a big old stop and think about what it was loading. So if that didn't happen and I got a better intro, that could have actually been a sub 28. But still, that's a really good run that I'm really happy with.